Welcome to English class. It's good to meet you again. I'm Atar Rahman Khan Shaun, lecturer English, Police Lines School and College, Rangpur. Today's topic, HSC English second paper, articles, part 2, definite article. Today we'll discuss definite article, rules of definite article. First of all, we need to know the definition of article. Definition of definite article. The is called the definite article because it normally points out some particular persons or things, or points out a particular person or thing. If we wish to particularize the noun, we use the definite article. A definite article is an article that marks a definite noun phrase. The is used to refer to specific or particular nouns. Why do we use definite article the? The definite article is used before singular countable nouns, plural countable nouns, and uncountable nouns. It is the same for singular and plural numbers and for all genders. For example, he was the doctor. Here, the doctor means a particular doctor. Doctor, a countable singular number noun. The boys came here. Here, the boys are particular boys. And the boys are countable plural numbers. Let us swim in the river. Here, river indicates a particular river. The rice of Dinajpur is cheap. Here, rice is uncountable noun. But particular rice of Dinajpur is mentioned here. So, the is used before rice. The is used before doctor. The is used before boys. The is used before river. There are some important rules of definite article. Rule number 1. The definite article the is used to indicate a particular person or thing, or one already referred to, mentioned for the second time. It is clear from the context which particular one we mean. For example, I have a pen. The pen is red. For the first time, we did not use the. Rather, we used here a. I have a pen for the first time. But the second line, the pen is red. Here, as it is used for the second time, we use the. Here, the pen mentioned for the second time, and this the is called familiar the. This is the textbook. This is the history book. In this case, we use the before particular noun. Send me the books you have taken from me. Here, the books, particular books. So, the is used before books. The milk is pure. Here, milk, particular milk. So, the is used. Rule number 2. The definite article the is used before a singular noun meant to represent a whole class. And this the is called generalizing the. For example, the cow is a useful animal. Here, the cow represents a whole class. So, the is used before cow. The dog is a trustworthy animal. Here, the is used before dog. The dog represent a whole class. The cat loves comfort. Last line. The rose is the sweetest of all flowers. Here, rose represent whole class, so the is used. So if the is used for noun, it represents a whole class. Rule number 3, note, the two nouns man and woman used to denote the whole class never have any article. Man is mortal, woman is man's mate. So we need not use any article before man and woman. But in present day English, a man or a woman or men and women are more usual. For example, a woman is more sensitive than a man. Rule number 3. The definite article the is used before a noun denoting nation or race. So if the noun denote a nation or race, the is used before it. The English are industrious, not a language. The Bengalis are intelligent but idle. Here, the is used before English and Bengalis to mention as a nation or race. Thus, a noun without the indicates the language of the people. For example, English is an international language. Here, the is not used before English. So, here English is not a nation but a language. Bengali is a race language. Here, Bengali is a language, not a nation. Rule number 4. The definite article the is used before names of things unique of their kind. Only one exists in nature. So if the noun is unique, only one exists in nature, so we must use the before the noun. For example, the noun, the sun, the sky, the ocean, the sea, the earth, etc. The earth moves round the sun. Here, the is used before earth and sun. The sun shines in the sky. Here, the is used before sun. Look at the moon. Here, the is used before moon as a unique. Rule number 5. The is used with ordinals. For example, Ashad was the first boy in the class. That was the 7th anniversary of them. Here, the is used before first, 7th, like the first, second, third, we use the before them. Rule number 6. The is used before a name of road, but not before a name of street, park, or avenue. For example, the car is running on the Arcade Road. Here, the is used before road, Arcade Road. But we didn't use the before street or park. For example, the book is bought from College Road. Here, College Road is mentioned, but the is not used before College Road. Okay, but we use the before road, not College Street. Here, College Street. So we didn't use the. Rule number 7. The is used before musical instruments, radio, TV, choir, orchestra, pop group, etc. For example, he can play the flute. She plays the piano. Ayub Bachchu is the main singer of the LRB. Here, the is used before flute and piano musical instruments. Ayub Bachchu is the main singer of the LRB. Here, the is used before pop group. Rule number 8. The is used before a proper noun or noun when it is qualified by an adjective or a defining phrase or clause. For example, the great Akbar. Akbar is a proper noun. We can't use article before this proper noun. But Akbar is qualified by an adjective, great. So we must use the before this case. The great Akbar was a famous ruler. Here, girl. Before it, we use the because some phrase or clause can qualify. Here, the girl with the white sari qualified girl. So we use the girl with white sari is beautiful. The boy who came here is my friend. Here, who came here is a clause that qualify the boy. So the is used before the boy. Before boy. The pen, the is used. Which I bought from market. Here, a clause qualified the pen. Rule number 9. The is used before a proper noun for comparison to denote a type. For example, Bankim Chandra. Bankim Chandra is the Scot of Bangladesh. Here is COTT of Bangladesh. Here Bankim Chandra is the Scot comparison. For comparison, we use the. Bankim Chandra is compared to Scot, a type like Scot. Rabindranath is the Shakespeare of Bangladesh. Here Rabindranath is a type like Shakespeare. So the is used before Scott and Shakespeare. Rule number 10. The is used before the names of holy books, newspapers, ships, trains, aeroplanes, spacecraft, famous buildings, rivers, seas, gulfs, oceans, mountain ranges, group of islands, deserts, directions, collective formed countries, etc. For example, Holy Quran. The Quran, holy books. So the is used before Quran. The Bible. Here the is used before Bible. The Ramayana, newspaper, Daily Star. The is used before Daily Star. The Daily Star. The Daily Sun. The Pratham Alo. We use the before ship. Name of ship, Titanic. So we use the before Titanic. The US, the UK, we use the before US, UK because they are collectively formed countries. Rule number 11. The is used before an uncountable noun to particularize it. For example, the water of the pond is very clear. A specific water of the pond. So the is used before water. Normally we do not use article before uncountable noun, but here a specific water. So we use the before water. The gold of the ring, a specific gold of the ring. The gold of the ring is very bright. The wisdom of Ishwar made him familiar as Vidyasagar. The wisdom of of Ishwar Chandra. So the is used before wisdom. Rule number 12. The is used before some common nouns and adjectives to express an abstract sense. All the mother rose in her. Here, abstract sense of mother, not mother, rather motherly affection or feelings. All the mother rose in her. Here the is used before mother. Remove the beast in you. Here the is used before beast, beastly passion. Do not play the fool. Do not keep him in the dark. Here dark is darkness, abstract sense. So the is used before dark. Rule number 13. The is used before an adjective to represent a whole class of a person. People Love the brave. Here, brave not an adjective. Rather, this adjective represents a whole class of person. The brave people. The poor are not always dishonest. Here, poor is not only an adjective. Poor, poor men. The virtuous are happy. Here, virtuous people. Number 14. The is used before the adjectives in superlative degree. So we know we use the before superlative degree. And the words with emphasis in the superlative sense. And if the word shows superlative sense, we use the also. She is the most beautiful girl. Here thou is used before superlative degree. Even the darkest cloud has a silver lining. Here the is used before darkest. The Prime Minister, emphasis is there. The Prime Minister, the superlative sense. So the is used before Prime Minister. The Prime Minister has arrived here. He is the singer. The is used before singer. Superlative sense. Number 15. The is used before adjectives to denote a particular part of a thing. For example, I like the yellow of an egg. Here the yellow means the yellow part of an egg. He entered the thick of the forest. Here thick means the thick part. So the is used before adjectives which denote a particular part of a thing. Rule number 16. The is used before a common noun as a substitute for the possessive adjective. So if we use common noun for possessive adjective, we must use the. I caught him by the arm. Here we use the instead of his. So we can use the instead of possessive adjective. So we must use the before a common noun as a substitute for possessive adjective. Okay. He pulled the cat by the tail. Here instead of its tail we can use the tail. He pulled the cat by the tail. Rule number 17. The is used before some nouns to indicate profession. So before profession we use the. They joined the army. She joined the bar. Here army, bar, profession. So the is used before them. Rule number 18. The is used before some words and phrases. For example, in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, the previous day, the next night, the following day, etc. Last rule, rule number 19. The is used as an adverb with comparatives. So, in this case, we use the more you read, the more you learn as comparatives, as adverb. Before adverb, we use the as comparatives. The more. Okay. Correlative use the more. Repeatedly use. The more you get, the more you want. The more we have, the more we want. For repeated use of adverb, we use the before them. The sooner, the better. Thank you, dear students, for staying with me. Stay home and continue your study. Thank you very much.